Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Coca-Cola's brand new advertisement, their commercial, The Holiday Magic is Coming. So let's get into it. If you haven't yet, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps me out bringing you more delicious content like this. Okay, the first thing I want to do is just play the ad. So let's give it a play. Okay, so there is the advert. Yeah, very, very interesting. I'm just going to play it again and talk a little bit. I like the music. I don't know if that's like previously used music or if that is new or if that's even AI. All the trucks that are driving by, there's a little bit of artifacts going on, a little bit of inconsistencies, but nothing crazy. Pretty good, actually. Got the polar bears chilling in the igloo, New York. Nice little neighborhood. Of course, that last image or that last alpha layer is definitely not going to be AI. Well, shoot. This last part here is not AI. That's kind of like their standard wrapping around the Coke bottle thing that they do in all the end of their commercials. But I want to talk about this ad because, number one, there's not been a company to my knowledge this big, maybe other than Hyundai. Hyundai did use some AI imaging for the background of one of their commercials recently. But other than that, I don't think there's a company as big as Coca-Cola that has done a full-blown AI ad. Now, at the very beginning, you will see a little watermark that says created by Real Magic AI. And according to USA Today, I found a little article that we can look at. They use their own AI platform, Real Magic AI, to create this, which is powered by OpenAI. So I don't know if that means that they're using that for the images, and then because I don't think OpenAI or Sora is, or maybe they do have access to Sora all the way. Anyway, I won't get into all that. I'm just saying that they're claiming they use their very own proprietary platform to create this, which gives artists access to Coca-Cola's archives of their projects. So I'm thinking images from all of their projects in the past, all their commercials they've made since I don't even know, probably since the 60s. But this actually is a tribute commercial, if you will, to the 1995 holiday commercial, Holidays Are Coming. So this is The Holiday Magic is Coming, slightly different name, but very similar to what we grew up with in the 90s. And I remember all these images. In fact, my mom collected a lot of the Coke cans and some of the memorabilia that they put out, and I think she still has it. But very, very iconic. Coke's known for this polar bear Christmas lights things. And actually the town that we lived in a couple of years ago, they had the Coca-Cola truck that looked just like what you just saw on screen that would come to our town and set up, and people would take pictures and all that good stuff. But I do want to talk about this because there's a lot of people who are super upset about it. One of the people is actually a guy by the name of Alex Hirsch. Sorry, I'm probably butchering that, but he is the creator of Gravity Falls on Disney. And I did think that his comment on X was super interesting. It goes as this: Coca-Cola is red because it's made from the blood of out-of-work artists. #HolidayFacts. Very interesting, very clever post there. And it does make a lot of sense when you think about it. Coca-Cola probably had a handful of people work on that. I mean, I can honestly probably make that because I've made a bunch of AI stuff in Minimax, and it doesn't look far off from that. The thing that I would question, like, how do they get the logos to look so good? Because that's a big issue, is text and logos, and the logos were spot on. Now, they might have done them completely without logos and then done tracking to put the logos on everything after. That's personally what I would do if I was, commissioned to make this ad. I would do everything with blank red trucks, blank bottles, blank everything. And then all of my VFX would be put towards actually installing those logos onto everything. And it's just going to make it easier. If you get a great generation out of something, but the logo's bad, well, the whole thing's scrapped. So that's probably how they did that. So yeah, a lot of people, and there was like 600,000 views on it Thursday morning, and then 1,300 comments that were very negative about it. And someone even said that Pepsi now is your chance to make a live action ad bashing on Coke for using AI. Nothing like celebrating the spirit of Christmas with the most soulless commercial possible. That's actually a really good point. I am a cheerleader of AI. I love AI. I use it for absolutely everything. And I'm not against, making ads with AI, but it is, they make a good point that, it's going to be putting out a lot of artists, and it's kind of a soulless commercial in the most, soul-filled part of our year here in America, at least, or really around the world. So good points there. I like to look at both sides of the argument. Overall, I give the ad like a 6 or 7. I personally, because I use AI a lot for imaging, for video, and just for everything that I do, I could see some of the inconsistencies there. But from Coca-Cola's perspective, I'm going to kind of defend them. They are a business, okay? And at the end of the day, like a business, and I had a mentor, business owner that I worked for that said something to me once that really stuck with me, was she told me that she really liked me, but she said, "Forrest, I am in the business of making money. I'm not in the business of providing you a job. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to pay you well, but that's not why I'm in this building with you. I'm in the building to run a business, and at any point I can cut costs, I will do it." And that makes sense. If you're a business owner, you can totally relate. So that, from Coca-Cola's perspective, I don't have an issue with them doing this to cut costs. That is why they're in business. They're not in business to provide jobs. Now, they do provide jobs, millions of them. So that is just a healthy and great and amazing byproduct, and they're huge donors to so many different things. So people being mad that there are some jobs cut from the artistic side, I get it, but at the same time, it's a business, not a charity. Get over it. Get with the program. Learn how to manipulate this AI. Add AI to your toolkit, and you probably won't be out of a job. Now, that being said, looking at it from Coke's point of view too, I had read on another article, not this one, but somewhere else, that Coke was able to make 50 to 100 variations of this ad. And if you think about if you were tasked with trying to film or animate enough to make 100, or let's just say 50 versions of this ad, that would take a very long time, a lot of manpower, and a hell of a lot of money. So from Coke's point of view, although this is not, I don't think, broadcast ready, it's really close, and yeah, it makes sense for them. And at the end of the day, they're providing a lot of jobs. If they're cutting jobs in one area in order to raise the bottom line, that gives them more money actually to give to the other employees. Like, I'm just saying, man, you got to look at it both ways. You can't just think that because you're an artist or because you're creative, you're entitled to your job. You're never entitled to anything. And let's think about, the automotive industry. Nobody is crying about the automotive industry. We love it. We love driving cars and trucks and getting places quicker. What do you think the people who were making horse and buggies and running horse and buggies and selling horses felt? They probably felt the same way. And there was that little bit of, growing pains going into the next era. So, but I don't see anybody calling to get rid of the automotive industry to bring back the families that had all these historic, horse selling, and I don't even know what you call that, but I read about it once where that was the biggest industry on the planet at one point, the horse and buggies and just selling horses to people because they used them for transportation. But a new era comes in, you have to adjust, adapt or die, I guess. But going on, there's a lot of people who did, express excitement about the ad. I personally was excited when I saw it because I was like, okay, so this is cool. Like, from my perspective, if I make really good AI content, and I did make a video but featuring the University of Alabama and the University of Tennessee when they had their football game a couple weeks ago, and it got some traction. People really liked it. If I'm really good at making these, dang it, my light went dead. Sorry guys, my light went dead. We're just going to continue. If I'm really good at making these, there's no reason that Coca-Cola couldn't reach out to me as a small creator, right, and commission me for something like this. So it really opens up the doors. Sorry, I'm trying to get focus on my face. It really opens up the doors for people other than just like the big studios, I think, personally. So there's pluses and minuses to it on both ends. Other companies have done this. I mentioned Hyundai had used AI background for one of their videos or one of their commercials, and that one did go to broadcast. That one is in rotation. I'm not sure where the Coca-Cola one is at this moment in time, if it's actually being, used, like if they're putting ad money towards it, or if it was just an experiment to show the world. If that was the case, then who cares? Like, they're still going to be making their ads that are being made by real humans. But I think in this day and age, like, you can't stop AI, okay? It's kind of like email. Like, you can't stop email. You can't stop the internet. You can't stop the automotive industry, and it makes our lives easier. So find where you fit in that. Make sure you are learning these things. That way you can add them to your toolkit. Personally, I could probably dedicate this entire channel to how I use AI for our business, because it is a driving part of our business and it cuts down on everything we do. We have a total of 3 people who work for Epic Creative, and we do the jobs of about 20 people. And we do that without being stressed. Like, it makes our lives easier. It makes it where we can all do different tasks very fast, and we can automate a lot of processes. And then we use it for imaging constantly. My thumbnails are littered with AI assets. The whole thing is an AI. You'll see me and different text on it, but there are things in there that are AI because they're just so fast, so easy to generate, and then I can manipulate them and put them into our stuff. So overall, guys, I think this ad was a pretty cool experiment. If you want to follow somebody who's really crushing it in the world of AI, you need to follow these guys on LinkedIn. Yeah, guys, check out these guys, the Door Brothers. They make some really sick AI stuff, and I think they made this one played in Times Square that you're seeing on screen now, but they've made some pretty big ads and campaigns for really big companies. And then they made music videos for Snoop Dogg and just a lot of stuff, all using AI. And their stuff is much better than what you saw in the Coke. I don't know what their approach is, if they have their own engine they're running off of, if they're using it mixed with VFX. There's not really a lot of like information. They don't put a lot of behind the scenes out, but their content is absolutely crazy and really cool. I really enjoy it. Their political stuff is probably the best, the stuff that has like Donald Trump and Kamala Harris in it. But definitely go check out the Door Brothers. Door spelled with 1 O, D-O-R Brothers. They're out of Germany. Really good AI creation studio. Highly recommend checking them out. Guys, if you haven't done this yet, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. It helps me bring all this content to you. Stay tuned for more AI and video production related content, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.